Thank you for coming out this morning. Look, this has been a busy week. The building department, some good updates, and now we're going to talk about business development here in the city of Mount Vernon. And so back in May of 2024, we officially launched the Mount Vernon First Small Business Program. This is funded by the American Rescue Plan Act dollars that we received from the Biden-Harris administration. And we were on a United States Conference of Mayors call, Malcolm Clark, my chief of staff, a while ago, and we were listening to some of the different ways that cities were using their ARPA monies. And Hartford had talked about their downtown business revitalization. We were talking about what we could do for our downtown businesses. And so I know Chief Clark, who's not here at this moment, and our IDA Director of Business Compliance and Development, Robin Mack, said, that sounds really good, and they brought it to me. And I said, absolutely, absolutely, we want to make sure that we're doing this. We know that during COVID, government, not-for-profit, faith-based institutions, small businesses experienced challenges with their businesses, and so we want to make sure that we are supporting our businesses. We wanted to make sure that our downtown business corridor is vibrant. We saw some businesses shutter, and we want to make sure that we don't see more businesses close, and we want to support other people who are bringing businesses. Small businesses are the backbone of our society. They really, really are. We think about big businesses that have thousands of employees, but it's our small businesses in our community every day that are employing our residents. It's our small businesses in Mount Vernon that's helping to drive over $30 million a year in sales tax revenue that we are bringing in. And so it's not just the big box stores, but our small businesses. And so through this program, we are giving out right now, as of today, over $400,000 in ARPA funds to 18 small businesses. And it'll help them not only recover from COVID, but also position them to thrive and expand their businesses, to do some beautifications and upgrades, and make sure that our downtown business corridor is vibrant. We prioritize businesses that occupy ground level commercial spaces to stimulate economic development in key areas of our city. Because this is where we're walking, and so when you're walking through the city, you want to make sure that your ground level businesses are open, that they look inviting, that people want to come in and they want to shop, eat, spend money, enjoy themselves. And so that's what we're doing. These businesses will help revitalize Mount Vernon and bring back life to some of the areas and some of the storefronts that we've seen go dark. And some of the types of businesses that we are supporting today are, bookstores, florists, breweries, furniture stores, restaurants, lifestyle shops, interior decorators, sporting goods stores. So it's a variety, health and wellness, like we said, and lifestyle. And by investing in these businesses, we're not only supporting our individual entrepreneurs, but also contributing to the beautification and modernization of our commercial areas, from facade improvements to updated and more attractive signage. We want to make sure that we're bringing our businesses into compliance with our local codes, and that aesthetically we're improving what our business district looks like. Again, we're incredibly grateful to the support from the Biden-Harris administration with the ARPA funds. And we are committed to supporting our small businesses and making sure they receive the technical assistance support that they need to grow and to thrive and to be sustainable in our community. We're going to work together to continue to do this. I want to thank our director, Robin Mack. We're going to bring her forward to speak in a second. I want to thank our city council president, Caitlin Gleason, and the entire city council, because we all have to work together to look at how we were going to use our ARPA dollars, and they supported this. I want to thank our Comptroller Morton, who is going to come forward and say some words as well. We're working together here in the city of Mount Vernon, and we're all equally invested in making sure that our business community and all of our different sectors are thriving. And so it's great to have such wonderful partners who are supportive and make sure that Mount Vernon is really, really moving forward together. So with that, I'm going to step back and have Ms. Mack come up and say some words, and then Comptroller Morton, and then we're going to hear from some of the businesses who will be receiving this funding. Thank you so much.
Thank you all. Good morning. I'm Robin Mack, the Director of Business Development for the City of Mount Vernon. And this is a tremendously wonderful day for us here in the city, for the businesses, as well as for the leadership here and even our commissioners. So, you know, we've got 18 businesses that are receiving grant funds for as much as $25,000, and some are receiving as little as $9,000. That was what they needed. And we'll see them utilize those funds to improve the facades of their businesses, to make sure that our downtown area is aesthetically pleasing. But then there are some that are facing some hardships, and that's what these COVID funds were for. These American Rescue Plan Act monies were for, was to help those who need the assistance because they were negatively impacted by COVID and or other, economic challenges or hurdles that they faced. And so we've got businesses that are restaurants, and many of them are fairly new to the city of Mount Vernon, opening up during COVID and struggling to remain open. And then we've got some that are mainstays here and that have been here for, upwards of 15 years. And so with these funds, it will be the kickstart to the revitalization of that downtown area, and with us all collaborating and patronizing these businesses, right? So if you don't already, you will meet some of the business owners here. We'll read out the names of those businesses, and make sure you patronize, because the money cycles back. They come and they open up here, these business owners. Some of them are not native to Mount Vernon. They chose to set up here, and so the more we patronize them, the more it feeds back into the city, and the more it then brings others to Mount Vernon. And with that, I will say thank you again for coming out and supporting this effort and celebrating these business owners. And I'll ask our Comptroller, Darren Morton, to come forward and share some remarks.
Thank you, Director Mack, to our mayor, to all of you, the citizens of Mount Vernon, and to these business owners. It's simple. The math is very simple. You cannot make money unless you spend money. And that's what these business owners are doing every day. And sometimes the money that they're spending, they don't always have enough in order for them to do what they need to do to make it. And so what we are looking to do as a city is to find opportunities to be able to support them in their endeavors. The sales tax revenue that comes back to the city primarily comes because of small businesses in Mount Vernon. When many of our surrounding communities were struggling during the COVID and their sales tax was decreasing, Mount Vernon's sales tax was increasing. And when you looked at it, even White Plains, when stores like big stores, malls were closing, because we don't have big malls, because we as a city have really small businesses, we were thriving much more. But these businesses took a hit. And so because they took a hit, they don't necessarily have all that they need in order to help them continue to promote their business, such as making sure that their storefronts look a way in which people will come into the store, being able to make sure that they complete all of the requirements of the city in order to be able to come in compliance with the code. And so what they do is they struggle every day to just be able to do what they are aiming to do to provide the services that they provide. These grants will help them to be able to get those things done that they had to put on the back burner in order to continue to make their business even flourish even more. So here's what we are asking for the city of Mount Vernon to do, the residents. We're asking you to patronize all of the businesses that are in Mount Vernon, to think first about businesses that are here before you go outside of the borders of the city. And we, as the city government, are going to continue to look for ways in which we can support them, because here's what will happen. If the sales tax goes up, then it means that additional revenue comes into the city. If additional revenue comes into the city government can then look to see where they can continue to give more grants like these that don't come from federal government but come from city funds to be able to support these businesses to grow even further. It becomes a very cyclical process. That's how economics works. And so therefore, if we don't know it, then we need to know it now. And so I want to congratulate these 18 businesses. We know that there were so many more that applied and needed it, and we are unfortunate that we did not have enough for all of them, but that's the reason why we're looking for other ways to be able to support these businesses going forward. How you can help City of Mount Vernon is that you can show up at the establishments. Everybody needs some sort of wellness. Everybody eats, and you eat all the time. And the cultures of Mount Vernon says that we eat in a variety of ways, right? As some people need for their homes, including me, to be interior decorated. So there's a lot of stuff that's happening right here in downtown Mount Vernon that you don't have to go over to New Rochelle. You don't have to go over to Cross County. You don't have to go to New York City. All you got to do is come down to Gramerton Avenue, 4th Avenue. All you got to do is go to Fleetwood. All you got to do is go to Sanford Boulevard, and you'll find it there. Congratulations to these businesses.
Thank you so much, Director Mack and Comptroller Morton. So at this time, I want to bring forward just a few of our awardees so they could tell you very quickly about their business and what this grant means. You know, some people say, well, it's only $25,000. Well, if someone gave you $25,000, I'm sure that it would make a difference in how you're managing your house, your business, or something. So sometimes a small blessing can go a long way. And with that being said, we're going to start with Robin Myers of Harmony Designs, if she could come forward.
Hello, everyone. Robin Myers, Harmony Designs Furniture and Interiors, proudly established on South 4th Avenue in 2005. I am so grateful to hear the words from our mayor, from Robin Mack, from our comptroller. We need your support, and we are fortunate to have gotten a bit of support from a grant. Our facades are very important. The aesthetics of Mount Vernon are very important. So I have to say, we're just super grateful, and thank you.
We're going to call on Three Brothers MPA LLC, and then we're going to call on Miss Andrea Laird.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, Controller. Thank you, everybody. I am a business owner on Gramerton Avenue here on Budget Kitchen Cabinets, Three Brothers MPA LLC, and this is a much-needed help. And just the only thing is beautification of our street to make it look approaching and appealing for other customers that, you know, because when they come and they see something that is not right, people seem to go back. When we have everything like in aesthetically looking good, then people are gonna come more and do business in our city. Thank you very much.
morning, everyone. First off, thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Grant Committee. When I first heard about this opportunity, I was very excited because it's rare that a city will pour back into their small business. I plan to use the money to start a wellness center. So this grant alone has helped to kickstart my efforts, and I'm just really excited to be able to offer these services to the community, and also just be able to partner with other businesses that I heard about. I need some interior design. So just thank you guys so much for this opportunity, and I'm just excited to get started.
I'll ask Annette Parker of Impressive Care to come up and share some remarks.
Hello, everyone. My name is Annette Parker. Impressive Care, DBA is Bounce Back IV Med Spa, which is located at 533 Bremerton Avenue in Fleetwood. I just want to thank. Okay, so, sorry. So Annette Parker, the business is Bounce Back IV. That's the DBA. We're located at 533 Bremerton Avenue, right there in Fleetwood. And I just want to thank everyone. I want to thank the mayor and everyone involved, because this money was really needed. I needed security, I needed a new lock, and I needed lighting. So with the money, that's what I'm going to do with it. And I'm just so happy that I'm here in Mount Vernon, because I know it's a service that's really needed. And I have all these people here supporting me, so thank you again for everything.
All right, I'm going to call on Mr. Jude Senjor of Butterfly.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, Director Mack. Thank you, Comptroller Morton. Butterfly is a multi-brand retailer. We offer some of today's most popular brands, such as like New Balance, Puma, New Era, etc. This money is going to help us immensely, because it's going to go towards beautifying our front awning, and then also hopefully we can hire some staff that is local to Mount Vernon, as we continue to do. So this is just a great initiative that the city put together, and we thank you for that.
I say, Butterfly is like high-end urban fashion, and if you go to Butterfly on 4th Avenue, you're going to feel like you're downtown in Manhattan. The floors are beautiful, the lighting, the aesthetics, it pops. It definitely stands out, and it sets a standard for what our businesses can look like here in the city of Mount Vernon. We're going to call on Miss Melanie from El Patio, and she's just going to come up, new restaurant owner here in Mount Vernon. Come on. And I think it's important, and Melanie, we're just really so proud of El Patio, because El Patio started out as a food truck. And they were everywhere in Mount Vernon, and they still have a food truck that is everywhere in Mount Vernon. But I guess they were able to grow their business, and Mount Vernon invested in them, and so they've opened up a restaurant on Gramerton Avenue. And so it just shows you that as an entrepreneur, if you stick with it, you might start here and you're able to grow there. And I know that you guys have never forgotten your beginnings, and we're just glad that as you grew, you chose to invest in a storefront in Mount Vernon. So thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction. I wouldn't be able to do any of this without my business partner, Nicole, my best friend. I love you. Thank you to the grant committee. Thank you to all the people of Mount Vernon for always supporting us. And thank you to God, because I prayed for this grant before I even knew it existed. So if you have a dream, chase it. Thank you so much.
So that's just a sampling of some of our business owners that received these funds. We know between facades, some interior work, coming into compliance. We talked about the building department the other day and saying that so many of our retail stores and our businesses didn't have certificates of tenancy. Some of the businesses will use this as an opportunity to come into compliance, get permits. We'll work with them. We'll walk through that process. We want to see the businesses thrive. We really, really do want to see the businesses thrive here in Mount Vernon, and we're here to support you. We are all learning and growing growing together, and that's what it is all about. And please know also, so we want to make sure that we just don't have pretty facades and open stores in our business district. We also want to make sure that our business districts are safe. And so we will also be using some of these ARPA monies through the IDA and with the support of the council and the comptroller to help our businesses get cameras, outside cameras, at their properties. I know that we're working with Motorola and the police department, and we are cameraing our city more, but we want to also make sure that we do this in the business district. And so we will be working with at least 50 of our businesses in our retail corridors to ensure that they have external cameras, and we'll be encouraging more businesses to do the same. We want our businesses to be beautiful, but we also want people to feel safe as they patronize our businesses, and external cameras are an important part of that, and it just also provides a nice safety net throughout the city. The city council, with the support of the mayor and the comptroller, recently passed an ordinance saying that all of the businesses that have state liquor authority licenses have to have cameras. Our gas stations, our auto body repair shops, and some other types of businesses have to have cameras. So we'll be working with them, but we'll be working with all types of businesses to make sure that you have some type of external, at minimum, external security systems, and we'll be sharing more information with you on that as we move forward. So are there any questions? Seeing that there are no questions, thank you very much, everyone. Have a blessed day, and again, congratulations, and thank you.